Sneak that last little bit in, right? Some dark gunmetal today? Yep. 6 more minutes. Yep. Yep. Had to sneak that in, right? These colors don't go with these models. What's going on? I got a tiny bit of little paint done earlier. That wasn't on this. Do. Aww. That. Nice, nice. I might paint for like an hour on Big Red and then change to something different. But I don't know. We'll see. I might spend all 3 hours on this. Get lurked? Okay. I appreciate that. I mean, I would suggest just build the rig. Then it's done. Then 2 more to go. Yeah. Don't remind me that we'll probably end up with multiple of them. Yep. But I don't have to think about anything else in my collection until I'm done with this. And... oh, who am I joking? We all know what I'm painting for the Votan. It's a single model. It's this one. He's not done yet. This is needing to be done before Monday. Yep. He's like, I don't know, 60% done? Age of Sigmar Squig Herd, because? Absolutely a good reason. If I could find a good reason to, I would run Boingrots in my Orc collection. If you come up a... Hey, Wargame! Peace. How's it going? I have the Gretchen painted. I am working on Big Red right now. The big mech Docker rig. And I have 3 Space Marines oranged. I'm thinking that. Yeah. Nope, that's worse. Better? That's worse. Okay. Yeah, the Gretchen weren't too horrible. It took about 5 hours. I was also testing color schemes and stuff while I was at it, but they were fun. They're going to be Covenant of Fire. This is a test scheme without the extra highlights and stuff. But gonna have a Salamanders decal because they're a Salamander's successor chapter. But yeah, I wanted orange Marines. Yeah. Something different, something bright, instead of all of the dark schemes that I've done for Space Marines before. I don't know. I haven't played a game yet. I've been busy painting. Hey! Soul, welcome in. But yeah, so this is what I'm going for. And all of my other ones, my Dark Angels, my Blood Angels, my kill team of Obsidian Otters, and my Legion of the Damned Salamanders are all really dark. So going with something orange made sense. So. Yeah. It looks like rules will be interesting, but it'll be a couple of days before I get a game in. Based on scheduling and everything, I'm probably going to try to get a game on the 11th. That's what I'm hoping for. Still have to get home in time to do a stream that day because I'm not going to have everything done. Getting painted. Don't expect it, at least. I could surprise myself and get it done before then, but I'm probably still going to be painting on the 11th. So getting a game in would be nice, but we'll see. I mean, the game's only been out. This edition has only been out for, what, 4 days now? So I can understand why it might be taking them a little bit longer. There's a lot of new take this, and then if you take more of, the points change and everything. I mean, that could take 4-ish. Yeah. This is the 4th day that I've been working on the kit. So some of the rules might have been out earlier, but it's technically 4. Hey, it's gonna take a little while to get used to the gaming, how it works and everything. So... Sneventy Snicks. Okay. No, I look forward to getting some games in and seeing how it's played and everything. But I definitely want to have Armageddon painted. So. Priorities. Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha on that one. Underhive, I understand. Definitely breaking up the color a little bit here, huh? Yes, I have built all 61. My favorite mini so far is the banner knob. This was the most annoying to build out of everything. It took just over 2 hours. I could probably build another one in a little bit faster time, but it was definitely not the easiest thing to build. I mean, it's also the largest of the models in the kit, but whereas the Space Marine Dreadnought in Leviathan went together nice and simple, this one is not. Yeah, it took 1/8 of the build time. I built 61 models in 16 hours, and one of them took 2 hours. Thanks. Well, they're all push fit. I wouldn't say that this was easy build. Most of them didn't take that long. Clean up a few mold lines and just... I used glue. I snipped some of the pegs short and glued them in, just so that they're secure. But I only had to snip like 2 or 3 of them, not to fit properly, but yeah, it's not Bandai. Not at all. I just remembered something. I'm trying to get in here for the small details. I didn't glue these in. I was like, if I don't glue these in, I'll be able to paint it easier. And then I completely forgot for one of them. Yeah, I didn't snip 99% of them. I find if I trim them at an angle about 20% down, they're usually pretty good. Yeah, that made it definitely better. Just pop part of it off, right? Okay. Hmm. Yeah, it's going pretty well. Whoop, until I drop a piece. Okay. I tried lowering my chair height just a tiny bit for the stream. I was hoping it would be a better brace for my right arm, but not really working any better. So, I don't know. Alright, have a good one, Soul. I haven't even looked on Amazon. Like, I was aware it was Prime Day. I have so many models. There's so many models out there for sale. It wasn't that hard to pass up other things. I don't know. There are probably some deals on there that I would love, but I'm not going to pay attention to them. Oh no. I mean, honestly, after buying Armageddon and a couple of other things, I don't really need to be spending money on hobby stuff. um, this was expensive enough. Yeah. Exactly. Like, 61 models is quite a lot. I mean, it's, what, just over a third of an army times 2? Yeah. Hey, Sectrix. Um. No, it's a big project. But I'm chipping away at it. Yes, I did. Did you send them to me directly? Yes. Just had to write that, huh? Just had to write that. Yep. Yep. It looks good. It looks good. How am I in the light when I'm lower than normal? That's what I want to know. Okay, that's cool. Nice. Starting to break up that red a little bit. Yeah, that my back wants to sit lower, my arm wants to sit here. Yeah. Just weird position for the desk, I guess. Check it out. 2 different metals there. Yeah. Going all out. It'll be wild when I even go through and hydrate. Yeah, hydrate. Highlight. Anyone else painting today? This evening? Just hanging out watching me paint. Oh, sweet. That's fair. Okay. Okay. I was gonna ask if you were working on the Hecaton, but okay. I'm gonna paint this. $99% there? Oh, come on. Okay. Yeah, give yourself a day. That's fair. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Grot Rave. How's it going, Grot? Okay, that detail is there, but it's not very easily spotted. Yes, I'm actually painting the primer cap a different color. As if it's sculpted there, might as well, right? Such a small detail to be hitting right now, but... Yep, yep, that makes sense. There we go. Doesn't that just make it so much better? Like having those a different color? Yeah. I'm back. Yeah, give me a few minutes. I'm gonna paint the little primer caps on the spent casings, and then I'll go get them. Yeah, you heard it here. I'll paint the primers on spent casings, and I won't drill my barrels. Priorities. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna grab some Gretchen. Alright, that'll probably be the right focus length. No, I didn't leave the room. Oh, yeah, there you go. And then... yeah, go figure. This is a different one. Yeah. There's the two with the same helmet. Different body, though. They're actually... it's weird how some of them are slightly modified and some are more... like, this is a different leg and arm, but the same head and grenade. And there's these two. Again, the knives. Different weapon and leg combo. And then these guys. Same legs. Yeah. Like, it makes them different enough. Oh, and then this is where I got this morning on Space Marines. I mean, they look fine at this distance, you know? Your camera is about 2 feet off the table and is zoomed at 150%. So, you know, that's about as good as you're gonna see them. And what? What, this? No, it's gonna be a Covenant of Fire. It's a... it's a salamander descendant. Because I have Dark Angels from many years ago, and I have Blood Angels at the end of 9th edition, which talk about dark red. And then I have my little kill team of Obsidian Otters. The red bellies. And then I have my Legion of the Damned, my Salamanders. So this is gonna be on the table at the same time. This will be my Phobos and some of the other units that I've had, and this is gonna be all of the newer ones. And I'm gonna do my Terminators in this as well, from Leviathan. I still haven't painted them, so. Okay, I just happen to have the 4 other Space Marine chapter examples off to the side, you know? Hammers of Dorn. I mean... they're not... no, they're mostly black with a little bit of orange to them. It's almost exactly opposite of the Hammers of Dorn. But no, they're Salamanders. Successor chapter. There we go. Yeah. We went through several different options, and I decided I wanted to paint orange marines. And since I have the other salamanders, the Legion of the Damned color scheme ones, I figured going with something that would be different on the table, something more vibrant, would be good. So. And yeah, I did kind of add some texture to this, doing the stippling. But I don't think it looks that bad. It is a work. But still learning how to use the makeup sponges, so I'm not surprised that the first time was a little bit messy. That's why I did it on an orc vehicle. Adds character. Yeah, right now I'm just trying to pick out a couple of metals and it's hard because I already did so much red on here. Like trying to figure out what I want to do with the other colors is a little bit harder. Oh no, I'm not talking about breaking up the red. I'm just trying to figure out what other colors I want to put on here. Like, I'm actually enjoying having mostly red except for wherever I'm painting. It's just like, do I want to paint this part? The ratcheting mechanism? Do I want to paint those a different color? Do I want to paint the little spikes here a different color? Do I want to paint the cite a different color. Like, where do I choose to paint new colors? Where do I want to leave it red? Red on red is nice. Yeah. Well, I mean, I have 13 different reds on here. I put 12 different reds on, and then I started using some red speed paint as a wash in some recesses. So, yeah, yesterday was kind of fun with painting all the different reds. But I don't want to ruin some of the fades and everything I have with that. I like all the different reds. So. So you're saying I should paint this different color? Should I do a third metallic? Or one of the two that I already have? I know. Tinny Tin. Trusty old Tinny Tin. Yeah, okay. I don't know about bronzy bronze, but here's brassy brass. This paint's a little bit thicker. Shinny or shiny? Yes. Fun thing is that the Tinny Tin isn't too far off from the color of death metal. But it is enough different that it should blend into the background a little bit better. Yeah, that sticks out a little bit there. This side should be a little bit more noticeable, being that the belt doesn't feed right in front of it. Okay. I think it's actually brighter than the death metal. That's fun. Well, I have it on the palette now, so might as well use it on these pipes right here. Yeah, overall, feeling good about this box. We've got a long way to go, but got a solid start to it now. Yeah, not surprised. I mean, Grotz did go up in points, though, right? Oh, geez. It goes. Um, just trying to get more of Big Red painted up. Probably still not going to finish them tonight, but more work on them is good. To be fair, it's 2 characters and a whole bunch of little Gretchen. I mean, they don't take up that much space. Like, I'm pretty sure it's a smaller base size combined than the Docker rig. Tuck them in and pretend they're not there. Don't actually know. Don't really know. They're just grots. I don't know. Because space. Yeah, enough reason, right? Yay, mustache. How's it going?
That leaves a little weird, fella.
Me, sir?
Yes, speak to me.
I just said if you would care to order drinks.
Drinks! That was it! See what you miss if you don't stay alert.
If the lady and gentleman would care to take drinks before
Yeah,
dinner.
great!
And the universe will explode later for your pleasure.
Hey, what?
What sort of drinks do you serve here?
Yep. Good idea. That's why I had it ready to go. Refilled. Alright. I really don't know what I want to do, if I want to do any metal on this, or just leave it this way. Kinda like it. Like, I can hit the... I guess I could do the springs. New Chaos Warriors in Old World? That's interesting. That could be interesting, yeah. Do I do these in a different color? Just the springs? Invest in old world anyway. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, should I paint the springs a different color? I'm thinking that might be enough variety. Cheese is tasty. I was actually thinking about making the springs kind of vibrant and leaving the rest how it is. I don't have bronzy bronze, I have brassy brass. Yellow? I don't know if yellow would work very well. I could try. This? The death metal? So you're saying I should use death metal on the springs? Yeah, there's gonna be some other things. I'm gonna do the skull and the wires right here. And there's a couple of wires back here. But I'm gonna leave the majority of this, the red. Because we're getting to a point where I like the red for all of the random parts, and then I'm gonna paint the big mech with some more colors, but I'm trying to keep it... I'm trying to balance about 70% red on here. Checkers. Yep, mm-hmm. Why do I ask you? Why do I ask you all? Ha, yeah, true. I mean, I suppose I could just paint in silence with no one watching me. But where's the fun of that? Yeah. True, true. No, that adds a bit of contrast on that side, right? Yeah. Yeah. I might do one of the two wires glossy black. Or I might do them more vibrant. I don't know. Again, it's a big process, the big model, and kind of just working through it all, you know? They're gonna be Armageddon. I'm not sure exactly beyond. It's gonna start with desert sand and possibly get a wash of some sort. And I have tufts that are like burnt plant life and stuff. I already used desert for my orcs, so Armageddon isn't too far off. But I already have the desert sand, and then I might do like a I don't want to go overboard with it, so I might have to test a few things out first. But actually, I don't have to test things out. I can just come right over here. And not remember where I put it. That's not good. I moved the test cardboard. It's been there for 2 years and I moved it. Yeah. So. This is the desert sand. And then that is Seraphim Sepia. And this is Agrax, I think. That's Quellia Green Shade. That's Druchii Violet. I don't remember that might be Nuln. But then I have a slight dry brush going this way on it. That brightens it a little bit. It wasn't a great dry brush, but it gets an idea of the different things. This is actually the mud color with the same washes over it. And then this is the ones down at the bottom are dark earth with the different washes over it. And this is actually the base scheme I use for my Necrons. And this was the color I was going to do for my 30k Death Guard. But this is a few years old. Oh, that's the red wash. The Berserker Bloodshade over that. Yeah. But I don't think I want to go with any of these this dark. I want to keep it a desert color. So I could see maybe taking this and watering it down 3 parts water. Maybe try that. I don't want to change the color too much from the desert that I already have. So, again, I'm not at the base yet, and like for these guys, how did I get dust on? For these guys, I already have a base scheme for my Legion of the Damned, which would do well with orange, but I think I'd rather do desert. I think I'd rather do these in desert than follow this color scheme. Even though I do love the sparkle. Yeah. It's actually 3 different materials, one of which was a party sand that had sparkle in it. So... like, I could base them both the same. No, it's actually a sand that I picked up at a, I found a big container of it at a thrift store for $1. And I was like, sold! So, I don't know if I want to use that. Because it's Armageddon. So... yeah, I figured I wanted it to look like it was lava bases, but without lava itself. More of like mica flakes. Kind of sprinkled around. Bleached bone. Might be interesting. I have in the paint options the I don't want it to come out the color of my Tyranids, so I don't want to use pallid bone, but I might take the sand golem and do like 4 parts water to it. That might thin it down enough. I don't know. That was what I was thinking. Because I have several of these sitting around. Mars red sand and sulfur bases? Yeah. Again, the orcs that I already have painted have just the basic desert sand on them. And I don't want to make it too different. Yeah. Where did I put that? I didn't put it away. Okay. So if I still not fully shooken, taken up, shooken, not fully shooken. If I just put a dot of that down, and then take some water. This is my metal water, not the normal water, but this should work fine for this. Like, once that dries, it should get a little bit brighter, but it'll have some depth to it as well. Where was I? I was painting and then I got distracted. Not a bad thing, just saying. No, it's good. It's good. I mean, it's something that I'm gonna have to figure out in the next 2 to 3 weeks anyway. So, knowing it beforehand is not a bad thing. And it's okay, I've only been distracted a couple of times. I mean, this is only, you know, what, 27 and a half hours into painting in 4 days. And that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, Friday's going to, go over 40, yeah. Not by much, but, yeah. Yeah, those metals are pretty close to each other. There's enough difference to exist, but they're different. Yeah. You don't even know what I have planned for the weekend. Ah. We'll see if it actually works out. Might be a little bit extreme. You know, I could have done these in not metal. That might have looked good. Oops. I was considering trying to paint all 10 intercessors. I'm not really sure if that's a possibility. I mean, it's only 10 models. It's not that bad, right? I mean, I only spent 2 hours painting 3 Space Marines earlier and got them, I don't know, a third of the way done. Yeah, you can see how it's cooling up and turning a little bit yellow. Finished project? Okay. Let's look. Yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting one. Okay. Welcome in. Ugh. Ooh. Welcome in. And welcome for the follow. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this red is taking the dozen different reds that I had in my collection and going through them one by one with a makeup sponge. And I just added different reds at different times throughout the whole thing. Yep, I just took all dozen that I had in my collection and just went, you know, with a makeup sponge and just added a little bit here, added a little bit there, changed colors, went back into it. I had a bright undercoat, so I then took the Slaughter Red speed paint and watered it down a little bit and used it as a recess shade to fill in anything that was still bright. And it added a tiny bit of Grim Black and did some oil slick type areas as well. So it's just a dozen different reds. I think 6 different brands of paint too. So it was my first time using a makeup sponge, so a few of the areas I stippled a little bit too much texture, but it's orcs, so the focus needs to go to like there to see it. So I have a little bit like rust stipple on it because I didn't thin it quite enough a few of the times, but it's orcs. It kind of works. In the paints if you need to not do that. But it's the reason why I tested out the technique on an orc vehicle first time. Figured worst case scenario, it added a feature, not a bug, you know? Now I'm trying to pick out some of the other colors, and the intent is to have about 70% of this be red still at the end. Yeah. 5 hours. It was 30 minutes a grot. Hey, Moth? As many as the grot wants. Ooh. new and you like orcs and you bought the box, what would you baseline recommend to get a general workable non-meta 2K or 1K? I don't think I have been asked that question. I would... have to think on that, actually. Like, there's a lot of anti-infantry and you have 20 boys? To get to a 1,000... To get to 1,000, I would actually say Gorkanaut. I don't have one. Bubble chuckas are amazing, but until we see what they do with them, I'm not gonna recommend them to people. Yeah, I'd go Gorkanaut for getting to 1,000 points. Grot, I have 9 bubble chuckas. I don't run them as anything else. They are always the bubble chucka. Sure, some of the weapons might look like they're the other mech guns, but they're all bubble chuckas. But I wouldn't suggest that to other people. Because they're too random for most people. But I'm just trying to think what exists that would be a good intro kit that would get you some kind of anti-tank feel to it. Because you need something that can take out some tank. I don't see anything in this box that would be good for that already. So that's where I see the weakness. Hansen Dread, Def. Again, Battle Wagon might be getting changed. Yeah. I agree with the murders all its enemies or itself. Death Dread with 2 Scorches and 2 Claws might not be a horrible idea. Or a Scorcha in 3 Claws, I don't know. I'm not really a fan of the pay a quarter of your weapon options, get 1 extra attack. I think it should be 2. But Death Dreads also have the ability to tank shock without tank shocking. But it's not really anti-vehicle. And I'm not going to suggest Beast Nagas because they're not really anti-vehicle either. Not in my mind. So I think orcs need a little bit more anti-vehicle. I don't know. I don't have one, and I haven't really looked into it. It might be good. I I do not play Kill Team. I own Kill Teams, but I haven't played them. I'm falling into that normal, I'm painting everything metallics now. I'm gonna finish this piece and change to the other brush and not paint metals. So, yeah, I built a kill team for 2018 kill team. And then they changed it in 2021 to a different system. And I ignored it. Bought some, but I ignored it as far as playing. And then when they came out with the 24 edition, I did build the force for the Obsidian Otters. But I still haven't played them. But I've been finding I would prefer to play something that is less crunchy on the tabletop. Which is making it hard because 40k is getting worse in that regard. I want to have fun making a cool list and then just play it easily on the tabletop. I don't want to be constantly getting gotcha'd by this thing and that thing and the other thing and oh, this one can do this. Crystal blue. In the way I'm talking about, I played back in 6th and 7th edition before 8th edition came out, which was still okay, but then in 9th and 10th, these guys have a special rule. These guys have a special rule. These guys have a special rule. Yes, these guys have another special rule. So do these. I remember when a Space Marine saved on a 3-up, shot on a 3-up, you took them, you knew that they were them. No, I mean, it's still... I have no problem with a weapon change and having different weapon loadouts and stuff like that. It's when you get, okay, so you take infiltrators not because they have a certain gun, but because they have an ability that does this. And then you take this one because it has this ability. And I'm not really a huge fan of stratagems either. because the more you have to learn from the opponent, the less you're actually playing the game. These are tokens to play a stratagem game now, instead of having them be on the table. I don't know. I am getting older. No, the fact that the MFM got released as a whole bunch of website stuff instead of a single downloadable PDF, I went, oh no, I'm officially a boomer. Not really, but it was like, oh no. So, yeah. That was funny. I don't know. It's hard because I still enjoy playing and I understand where they're going with them. But like, I watched someone playing the Kill Team stuff against the Red Terror. And it was like, okay, now this guy's doing this ability to do this so the other one can shoot again, to then have the other one do a reactionary move to do this. I was like, this is very... I don't know. It's very blue deck, like 6 instants deep, or something like that. Sometimes you just need green Stompy or red deck wins. I watched some of the new War Machine stuff getting played, and yeah. The constant layers of rules going on top of themselves and interacting and everything in ways that you're not expecting. It I don't know. There's a certain age of people who they start going into historicals, and I can understand why. This is my US bolt action army. Uh, ah, yeah. I mean, again, I still enjoy playing, but it's hard when I'm like, okay, I want to play this for this reason, but it doesn't work the way I would expect it to. Because it's actually meant to run in this particular way instead of that way. And just... Yeah, I mean, I enjoy playing. I go to the game shop more to get a game in and hang out than to try to win anything. And there's a reason why my win rates are usually somewhere around 30 to 40%. No, Age of Sigmar also has that going on. It's almost like they found that people would rather have an action available to them instead of just having models with weapons. Yep. Yeah, some of them they have like once per turn abilities. Others have once per unit. Some have once per army per turn. They're doubling down on that aspect. So yeah. It's just games get more complicated. And between stratagems and everything, it definitely has gotten more like that. So yeah. Yeah, except that I'd rather face 300 grots. Their only ability is, hey, if you're standing on an objective on a 4-up, you can maybe get a CP. Like, that's their ability. It's not a during the game, it's a, hey, do I get something? No? Okay. So, I don't know. Yeah, 305 rounds. Yep. I know, isn't it amazing that they went from 250 to 305? Aren't they being so kind and generous to allow us to buy another 55 and fit into our army? Yeah. Hey, you know? Come on. Like, I was able to just show you one. Come on. Oh, the Crew Hounds? Okay. He's still waiting to get finished. Gotta finish him before Monday. Ooh, more cords. Let's paint more of them blue. Escalation leagues are pretty fun. And with a new edition, a lot of people are probably going to be doing that. I feel bad that I ranted a little bit. Yeah, I'm aware of that, but still feels wrong. It does get the feel I have for it, at least. You know, I'm still playing the game, so it doesn't bother me that much. It does make sense why I have such a low win rate. If I'm not taking every aspect into account, I'm playing down from some of the other options. My battlefield roll might not always be accurate based on that. But alright, there's a tiny little bit of blue on each of these three pieces now. But there are still 3 cords there, a big one there, and another one down here. Let's do yellow. Is it weird to do the same color as the armor? For a hose? Or a wire? Yeah. I will need to go through and do some weathering on the armor, but the orcs are all going to have yellow armor, so it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of yellow on the big mech as well. Now, it's actually the reason why I do play Green Tide a lot. Just take a whole bunch of boys and pain boys with them and just charge up the board. The less different rules going on, the easier it is to keep track. But sadly, Green Tide and Red Mob are not compatible in a 3 attachment point game, so I don't know what I'll do, because I would love to run both. At least I don't think Dread Mob's one, right? They're both 2 attachment points, I think. Probably double check that, but you know, I'm almost thinking I need to do the other shoulder pad yellow as well. I kind of like that. Yep, I'm gonna do that as soon as I'm done with this hose. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna spend 3 hours working on this model or not. Yeah, 2 hours in. Yeah, looks like I am. All right. What's fun is I've only done the first base color of skin. I have a long way to go still on this. Long way to go, but I'll probably finish it the next time I paint on them. Maybe not. Depends on how detailed I go for some of the things like the banner. Huh. I'm not painting based on point value, I know that much. Because this guy would need, what, 10, 11 hours of painting at equivalent to the grots. That would also mean that I'm looking at probably closer to 150 hours to paint the box. Seems a little bit long. We'll see. We will see. There we go. That's a nice splash of bright. That's just the first coat of yellow. Okay. Oh. Hi. Are you stuck in this room? Or you were sleeping? Floof time. Floof time. Floof break. Going. Sleep well. You get a good sleep. I don't know where you were. I didn't see you. I didn't see you when I closed the door. Yep. Nope, Bong decided to say hi this time. Hi. All day long. Scritch, scritch. Yep, this counts as painting time, right? Yeah. Well. I get the door for you. Come on. Alright. Cat has successfully gone in the other room. So I'm thinking tomorrow I will stream from 5 to 10. Alright. Hello, Solvix. Welcome in. I was like, I don't know if I'll work on this the whole time, and I've worked on it for the last 2 hours. So, looks like I might actually work on it for all 3 hours today. Yeah, I'm getting some of the metals down, and I've got the first coat of yellow down for the armor. And I'm trying to get through some of the other colors. So, it's a slow process. It's taking a little bit longer than I was expecting it to, but I'm not worried about that. I mean, it is a character and a vehicle, so it takes a while to paint. For the morning stream, I managed to get some of the orange down, and they're starting to come along. The rockets, I have metal going from there to there, but I'm thinking about doing some different designs on the tips. I haven't decided which ones yet, but I might attempt a swirl on one of them. Maybe do some checkers on another one. I don't know. This one looks like it would be perfect. The second one in looks like it would be perfect attempt to do checkers. Maybe a swirl on that one. No. But I'm not gonna go too crazy on them, but I think, you know, some of the things need to have some fun little aspects. But at the same time, this is one of 61 models that need to be painted, so Oh no. That's not good. I can tell that I had a cat on my lap just a few minutes ago. Oh, nice. Nice. Hmm. Oh. Thought that was actually something on Discord. No, just my phone telling me that I got my steps in today. Ooh. Look, I got paint on me. Yay. Just remember that they do have certain cutting preferences. Supposed to cut off the gate, not the screw itself. I've not actually used them before, so... Okay. I figured you would. And just... The belt and the wire, both decent. This is going on 5.5 hours. Yeah, I wanted to have some colorful splashes. I mean, they are orcs. I am currently working on the Big Mech Docker rig. About 5.5 hours into it so far. And probably have another 2 to 4 hours on it. I mean, I've only done one coat of paint on the actual orc in here, but I like the way that the red is, and I'm just trying to pick out some more of the base coats right now. The red's going to be about 70% of the full. Thanks. The red is going to be about 70% of the final kit. So it's just a matter of picking out details until I find the ratio about right. The little cablings and the hoses. Some of the metal. I'm going to do some different techniques on the rockets themselves. And some of these details are tiny compared to the full kit, but I want it to look good. Breaking up the color is usually a good thing. Like, there's still a skull down here that I need to paint, but most of this I'm going to keep how it is. The little 4-hour mini, yeah. There's another one. I'm gonna do the blue, just so that it's more noticeable. How am I paint the other side of it? Carefully, I guess. Yeah. I'm just trying to break up a little bit of the red. I don't want it just red. But if I use red and blue already, it's just, you know, just a matter of picking out the colors and where I want them. But yeah, putting in 29 hours in 4 days has been a little bit much. But I do still plan on doing another 5 hours tomorrow. And then continuing through until I get everything done. It's gonna be daily streams until I'm done. It might not always be extremely long. Hey, Angel of Death. How's it going? Are there other cable? Oh, looks good. Yeah, I mean, this thing is more colorful. These guys got to this point for the 2 hours I spent earlier today. Oh. The trio. But yeah. Just trying to finish picking out all of the little details. Yep. Like, the big mech himself has multiple coats that he needs still. The skin's still the first coat, the yellow's still the first coat. I haven't hit any of the leather. I haven't done the boots or the chair. But, you know, I haven't done the... This is probably going to take me another... Ooh. It might actually take me another 4 to 6 hours on this. That seems a little bit rough. It actually does sound a little bit rough. But I'm going until I like where it is, so... Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not gonna stop halfway to where I feel comfortable with it, and... I'm still having fun with the paint job. with it being this large, I mean, it's the largest model in the kit. So, spending the most time painting it, it's a centerpiece model. It might only be, what, 100 points in game, but it's still a centerpiece model. Yep. Like, I have officially put more time into this model at this point than I did all 10 of the grots. So this took less time to paint than where I'm at right now. I mean, just this part is that many, you know? There's a lot of surface area. Yeah, I feel good about it. It's coming along pretty nice. I have some more details that I need to pick out here and there, but you know, I think I might actually do a little bit of the leather before I call it tonight. I got about 25, 30 more minutes. Trying to keep the counter a little bit easier to track by having half-hour increments. So if I'm not planning on going another half hour over that, it makes sense to stop before I hit that next half hour. But because honestly, a model like this, I could spend so much time painting. There's just so many little details. So how have you been? Doing alright? Oh, the orcs are unboxed. Everything from Armageddon has been built. I've been working on the Big Mac Docker rig for the last 2.5 hours. I did 3 hours yesterday on it, so it's coming along. Still a long way to go, though, too. There's a lot of detail on this model. Four box sets of orcs? Oh boy. How many of the sets did you build the third option of the set? I guess so. That's a lot of orcs. Yeah. Yeah, Green Tide's gonna be fun. Okay. That's a nice army list. Yeah, I have some second edition orcs painted up in my collection. Um and they go out on the battlefield every game. Actually. Uh, actually. So this usually gets played almost every game. And several of these units get played almost every game. Oh yeah, I was doing leather. A single orc boy? Winning. He has all the crumpin available to him. Yeah, what is the... okay. Just so much tight corner here. I really wish I could have built this part and painted it before having to have it stuck in here. The angles aren't great. But you build the big mech into the device and then have to figure out how to get this arm in place. So, not the easiest thing. Yep, I'm getting tired. I almost dropped that. Alright, what else can I do to finish up?
Trapdoor! Trapdoor! Trapdoor was a man. I mean, he was a dragon man. I mean, he was just a dragon. But he was still Trapdoor! Trapdoor! Burninating the countryside, burninating the peasants, burninating all the people in the thatched roof cottages! Thatched roof cottages! And the trapdoor comes in the night!
Frog door. Yup. Hey, since you're awake, I plan on starting stream at 5 p.m. my time tomorrow. And probably going for 5 hours. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it'll be 10 o'clock your time. I'm gonna start 2 hours earlier than I usually do. Yeah. 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 Doing an early and a late stream is decent sometimes, but sometimes I just want to do one longer stream. And the morning ones have been cool, but a little bit
That
rough.
a little weird, fella.
Me, sir?
Yes.
Yes, speak to me.
I just said if you would care to order drinks.
Drinks! That was it! See what you miss if you don't stay alert?
If the lady and gentleman would care to take drinks before
Yeah,
dinner.
great!
And the universe will explode later for your pleasure.
Hey, what?
No.
What sort of drinks do you serve here?
Good drinks. Good drinks, that's the kind. More tea. Yeah. Wet ones, yes. Alright, let's see. I got cabling. Oh, that yellow can get a second coat. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this progress. I still have a long way to go overall, but this is also the huge model of the set. Not surprised it's taking me longer to paint. Yeah, I'm happy with this. We're 29 hours in now. Oh. Ah, 29 hours in. 10 models painted. Everything built. Feels good. So, I haven't put this together in a while, so we're gonna do that and get it in focus. See what it looks like. Let's see. Where is focal length? Focal? There we go. The second one? I need to finish painting this set first. But I love the red. The little details at the bottom that pick out the red definitely work. I don't know. I need to finish the green. I need to do up here. I need to do the missile, the rockets themselves. But I think if I pick out the rockets and finish painting the Big Mech himself, this actually might not be that far off from being done. Like, I still have to do the boots and the pants and the banner and the this part and that part. Like, there's still a few parts that I need to do, but oh, and I need to finish painting that. That didn't get all the way red on either side. But I think that I can say that this part is done. I think I'm happy with this, paint-wise. I think that the rockets need to be done on this, but other than that, I'm happy. And then I think I have a tiny little bit of detail on these that I need to do. I still need to paint this panel on those, and then just the midpoint, the important stuff. So I don't know. I think I got a little ways left in here. Not done, but I think it's reasonable. I think I've done a decent job on it so far, and I mean 6 hours on this thing. That's taking a little while, but yeah. Well, I think with that, I'm gonna call it a night. I hope to see everyone again next time. We are going to see. Oh yeah, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna raid out on Twitch. And yeah. And yeah. Until the next time, I hope you find your bit of bliss. Good night, all. He begs in the way. Ah!